this last little part, this is 20 for 2020. I want to give you, these are things that have brought me a ton of value. There are a lot of these things I still read and look through every morning when I'm doing my morning time. But just, I guess, principles, quotes, laws, ideas, facts, whatever you want to call these, things that have really been impactful for me in my life. And I've kind of translated over into how I deal with, health in my family and finances and everything else. So first one, if it comes from a plant, eat it. If it's made in a plant, avoid it. Right? Simple. If it's made from a plant, try to avoid it. The health of the animal is key. We talked about this before. If it's a healthy chicken, then healthy chickens make healthy eggs. And healthy chickens make healthy chicken sandwiches. And healthy cows make healthy steaks. And you get that? Healthy fish. So it's the health of the animal that makes all the difference. And I get it. We can't eat organic, free range, wild caught all the time. We just need to move toward that direction. Only exercise on the days you want to be healthy. Skip every other day. Like if you don't care about Sunday, then don't be healthy Sunday. Just skip Sunday. So, and this brings me to the next one, the 80-20 rule. 80% healthy, 20% American. It's the name of the game. We all got to have birthdays, and we got to have vacation meals, and we got to. But the problem is, a lot of you guys have been on vacation for like 14 years. So we got to reel it in a little bit, tighten up, get serious, and then have our vacation meals when we have our vacation meals. Love the process and not the result. If the only thing you love is the result, if that's the whole reason you're doing everything is just to get the result, guess what's going to happen when you get the result? Because you know what's at the end of every challenge? What the reward is for a challenge? Another challenge, right? So if we don't learn to love the process, we're not going to keep it up. It's not going to be long term. It's not going to sustain us. So you got to start to love the process of getting up in the morning. I get up at 4:59. Why 4:59? Because to heck with you, 5 a.m. Right? That's the only reason. Like 1 minute before 5. I used to associate so much pain with getting up at 5 a.m. Like I hated it, awful. Now I associate pain with not being able to get all that stuff done in the morning. Like it's part of what I have to do because I've changed what I've associated pain and pleasure to. So that's the name of the game. We got to learn to love the process, not the result. The people that are successful, the ones that make it and the ones that get the best results and lose the best weight and keep it off are the ones that start to love the process. Live one day at a time and just do the next right thing. We cannot change the past and we cannot control the future. So why don't we just go ahead and live today? Just, God gives us one day at a time. Go ahead and live today and do the next right thing. That's what I try to remind myself throughout the day. What is the next right thing? And sometimes it ain't that sexy. It's like take out the garbage and go walk the dog and go to the gym or take a nap, whatever. What is the next right thing? Because that's really all we got. That's all we can do. Progress, not perfection. So the key with this is progress, not perfection. For some reason with our health, this is the only category in our life that we say if we can't do it perfect, it ain't even worth trying. Right? We would never say that in any other aspect of our life. If I can't be a perfect parent, why even have kids? Or if I can't be a perfect Christian, why even go to church or even try? I can't be a perfect spouse or employee or whatever. But when it comes to our health, we say, you know what? Why eat a salad today when I know I'm going to have pizza on Friday? Like, it doesn't make sense. So progress, not perfection. Perfectionism is just a low rent way of just saying, it's just kind of stopping yourself from initiating something. And it takes a lifetime to learn how to live. Raise your hand if you like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But it does. It really does. It takes a lifetime to learn how to live. Turns out this is my first time being 42. I told my daughter the other day, she's like, why do you do this? What? I was like, you know what, honey? It's my first time ever being a dad. And she's like, oh. Like she'd never thought of that at all. Oh, okay. Cool. I get that. Yeah, first time through life. And it turns out you don't know if you did it good till you're dead. So it takes a lifetime to learn how to live, and you don't know if you did it good until you're dead. Live with passion. And passion is a willingness to be in pain for something that matters more than pain. It's a willingness to be in pain for something that matters more than pain. Mothers are extremely passionate. They're willing to be in tremendous amounts of pain for something that matters more than pain. And that goes with your profession, that goes with your family, that goes with your just every aspect of your life. And if you're going to live a passionate life, you got to live an RE life. You got to live your life in the RE. If you're going to give, it's like a pitcher. If you're going to pour out, you have to be refilled. You have to be rejuvenated and replenished and restored and recovered and remembered. And the word restaurant comes from the word restoration, to be refilled and to be restored. Rejoice, replenish, that all those things, those RE words. We've got to work toward living an RE life. Live with high hopes and low expectations. My expectations are premeditated resentments. So I used to have a lot of expectations of people, like, you're going to do this, and I'm going to show you this exercise program, and you're going to follow your chiropractic care, and I expect you to do it, and I would just load you up to resent the heck out of you. So my expectations are premeditated resentments. I'm just loading it up to resent you. So I try to live a high hope, low expectation. I hope everybody in this room gets healthier and moves toward all the result they want, but I don't have any expectations. It's much more peaceful and much freer. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. That's a big one. Like that's a big deal for me, especially in the social media world where we live comparing our insides to everybody else's outsides. Like I get to compare my crummy life to your highlight reel. I just hate where this thing is going. But compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to someone else, to who someone else is today. And it's very peaceful that way. People say, what about the kids? Well, we cannot ask our kids to do something we're not willing to do, or to stop doing something that we're currently doing. We just can't do that. We got to be the role model. So that's really the key with kids, is to be the role model. And if you have kids and you're worried about how to get them to eat all this healthy food and getting them on track, there's a couple things with that. Number one is there's never been a kid in America that starved because they didn't like their food choices. Number one, like they'll eventually eat. And number two is they don't control the budget. Like they're not the ones buying the food. So as adults, we just have to kind of be the role model with that. Begin and end each day with gratitude. I try to bookend my day with gratitude, whether it's my family, my practice, the ability to serve and talk and give to people. Like that changes my life when I begin and end my day with gratitude. And if you have trouble finding gratitude, just know that there's over 1 million families in Egypt that are raising their kids on a trash dump every day. They live in a trash heap, over 1 million families. So if you have trouble finding gratitude, just realize that there's other people that have it way, way worse than we do. Kindness and empathy always win. Always, always, always in every case. Kindness and empathy always win. And I'm working toward growing in that every single day. Acknowledge that you matter. Loved by the one that made you. Risk loss, fail forward, and be clumsy. Clumsy is as good as we're ever going to get, guys. Like, I hate to break it to you. We're like giraffes running on ice. Like, clumsy is as good as we're ever going to get. So take risk, fall forward, and continue to be clumsy. Nobody's got it all figured out, and when they tell you they do, they're trying to sell you something. Sometimes it's not okay, and it's okay that it's not okay because it's going to be okay. Right? That's acceptance. I think that's the closest to peace we're going to get this side of heaven. Sometimes it's just not okay. Like life sometimes is just a crap sandwich, and it's not okay, and it's okay that it's not okay, and it's going to be okay. Right? Acceptance. Life is tragic and God is faithful. That one is revealed more and more every day with me, that sometimes life is just crappy and tragic and not fair, and God is still faithful. Sometimes life is just doesn't even make any sense, but God is faithful. Sometimes life just is wrong, but God is faithful. So I always come back around to that. Self-worth versus self-esteem. I wish self-esteem would be eliminated from the dictionary. I wish they'd scratch that word. I wish they would stop using it. Self-esteem is so gross to me, because self-esteem is something that has to be built up from the outside in, and it can also be torn down. Versus self-worth, which is something you're given at birth. It can't be raised or lowered, given or taken. It just is what it is, and you have had it since you were a baby. That's self-worth. A little tiny baby has tremendous amounts of worth. They do nothing but poop and pee and puke and cry, but they have tremendous amounts of worth. But we give that up and we move toward a self-esteem approach, which is based on how you esteem me. My performance gives me my worth, not who I'm made to be. Be needy, ask for help. Be vulnerable and follow God. God, and then good orderly direction. Good orderly direction. How plus God minus ego equals joy. How equals honesty, openness, and willingness. You've got to be honest, face your life. be open to change and be willing to do the work, plus good orderly direction, minus ego, which stands for easing God out, right, equals joy. That's how we get the success we want. So thank you guys so much, and God bless.